everyone. It's that time of year again.
Oh, hi. It's literally been a minute since Celebrity Big Brother has ended.
When one door closes, another one opens. And the Big
we
Brother...
fall through the window.
Yeah, the Big Brother Canada window is opening up, and we are going in.
They're ready to accept us.
Yes. So last night, actually during the Celebrity Big Brother finale, Canada released their cast.
Was this like when Katy Perry decided that she was going to go on tour and like steal Taylor Swift's dancers?
Was that a thing? I don't know. I don't follow them.
Yeah, I think it was like a little
closely,
thing between the two of them.
Is that why they had drama?
Supposedly because of Todrick. He's always at the center
We're
of it all.
We're not talking about him. We're moving on from that.
All
but
right.
This is very exciting. There was a lot of speculation leading up to season 10. People were thinking it was going to be all-stars. But no, we've got 16 newbies. It's very exciting. And this season is starting on March 2nd.
We have 16 news, but some are olds.
I think I saw the average age of this cast is around 28.
Yeah, I think 28's a popular age for this cast.
I think we still could have gone higher. But I'm very excited about this cast overall. I think it's a really diverse group. I think a lot of different walks of life are represented. I would like to see
well cast.
Yeah, I would like to see a few older house guests in the future, but I'll take what we can get at this point.
It's well cast. There's always room for improvement, but I'm generally very happy with this cast.
Absolutely.
I think representation is everything here, and
it just seems like a fun mix of personalities too.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like there's any evil Todrick people who have an agenda.
We're not talking about him.
All right. Well, this starts on March 2nd.
Yes.
All right, so let's get right to it.
All right.
The first house guest, I guess this is in alphabetical order.
I believe, they listed everybody in alphabetical order on the website. So that's
no
what we're doing.
Here. Right.
We will share our favorites at the end, but right now, it's in alphabetical order.
All right, so we got Betty up first.
Okay, she's 31 years old. She's from Edmonton, Alberta.
Right.
I have to say, too, just real quick, I love watching the Canadian seasons because I feel like I learn so much about Canada as we're watching.
I know.
It's a nice added bonus.
I think in the United States, we just don't learn enough. Our country is so big that we just don't learn enough even about our neighbors, and I never really learned about Canada in school. So it's nice to be able to watch the show and learn about our neighbor to the north. That's
Absolutely.
we're almost in Canada practically in terms of the United States. And I've only been there twice in my lifetime.
And I've never been there.
Yeah.
I got to get up there sometime.
But
anyway,
it's a beautiful country.
Yes. Betty. She's from Edmonton, and she's a Virgo.
She's a human resources manager. So she is a pencil pusher at a desk.
But she works in human resources, so you'd think, she's going to be pretty good with people.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
I think that's fair to say.
She's not going to be throwing any comps. When people start saying, I'm going to win every comp, and I'm going to beast it. And
by saying you're not going to throw any comps, that doesn't mean, I'm going to win every comp. But
no, I'm not saying that she is. But
I'm
saying when people make these broad generalizations, it makes me very nervous because after covering the show for a
million years,
a million years, watching the show for a million years, several times, sometimes per season, you learn a lot about what works and what doesn't work. And the only thing that I've found out that works on this show is that you've got to be flexible and you've got to roll with the punches. You can't go in there with a set strategy because you don't know what you're coming up against. So this girl, that being said, this girl seems like a lot of fun. We're definitely getting Spicy V vibes from her.
Well, when she was talking about how she's business bee when she's at work and then she likes to turn it up after, I was like, oh, Spicy V. It just reminded me. Right. There were a few people that were giving me Spicy V vibes, and that might also just be because I enjoyed Spicy V so much last season. That I'm looking for her and other people. I don't know.
I enjoyed Spicy V until I didn't enjoy Spicy V. She just went too far.
All right. Well, Betty is very positive. She's got high energy. She was talking about her Ethiopian background, which I'm excited to hear more about.
She's worried about the slop. This girl likes to eat, and I can't blame her because I don't know how I would do on slop.
Yeah, I think you'd get pretty hangry.
It's pretty nasty up in Canada. They have
their slop is like next level gross.
Yeah, there must be like that protein powder with the veggies in there, and like the American one is basically just like oatmeal.
Yeah.
And the one up there, though, that's a punishment. So her most prized possession is, I don't know, her Peloton. That's so basic.
They're expensive.
That's so basic. I don't know. Her favorite hobby is working out. Do I sense a theme here?
I think she likes to work out.
Do you think she actually likes to work out, or do you think that she just said that because the show...
I mean, I like to work out.
That's true.
People do enjoy working out.
Well, I don't.
Some people really like it.
I like to go bike riding on an actual bike, but I don't really enjoy working out.
Well, some people do.
All right. Well, she's pretty proud of the fact that she bought a home, a condo, in the middle of the pandemic on her own. That's amazing. That is, in today's world, to be able to actually get a home is a lot. So good for her. She's going to stay true to her alliance, and she is really feeling like life is too short now, too, because her dad was recently diagnosed with cancer.
That's really, really tough.
That's always a gut punch, a wake-up call. You know, it just makes you appreciate life so much more.
Yeah, it seems like she's got a really great relationship with her parents. So.
I'm excited to see how she's going to play in the show. So she wants to be a hero as well. And I hope she does stay true to herself.
Yeah.
And not make a mistake like Todrick.
You just cannot stop. All right, next up.
I can.
We have Helena.
All right, she's a master's student from Surrey, British Columbia.
And she's 27.
Is it Columbia? Yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah.
It didn't sound right. So, she's a Sagittarius.
Now, well, go ahead.
There's a lot of Virgos in the house. I don't know how that's going to work out. I love in Canada how they always put the
they just started doing that either like last season or the season before, I feel like. But I do enjoy seeing what everybody's signs are. It's just like a nice little addition to the bios.
Yeah, because we really do go by that.
Do we?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not maybe with them.
Fun. I don't know.
For people that we know.
All right. Well, she described herself as like a basic... regular girl.
Bowie says he doesn't like basic.
I feel like she's doing herself a disservice here by saying that.
Yeah.
I could see maybe like a relatable girl, you know what I mean? Like girl next door kind of thing.
Do you think she meant basic? Or do you think she meant like a regular girl? Like girl next door?
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like calling yourself basic is like...
But then she did
Why would you do that?
Well, where am I going to get my eyebrows threaded?
Oh. Maybe she did mean it in that way. I don't know.
I don't know. But she doesn't like rude people or cocky people. I don't know many people who do like rude people or cocky people.
I mean, some of the questions in the interviews, like in the bios, were like throwaways. It's hard to gauge what these house guests are actually going to be like.
Yeah.
Just judging off of these bios and the very short videos that we've seen.
She seems endearing, though. She's clumsy. She's sympathetic. You know, I feel like she said her prized possession was a gold ring from her noni.
That's sweet.
Or nani. I don't speak other languages. I don't know these words. But this is a fun fact. She quit after one shift at the fish cannery.
She just wanted to prove that she could do it.
Why were you at the fish cannery? Ugh.
I thought she said she got a warehouse job and she didn't realize like what she was going to be doing or something like that. Okay. Wasn't that what it said? I don't know.
Possibly,
in the interview.
Ugh. She has a Harry Potter scar on her forehead. That's pretty cool.
Right? Yeah. That's fun.
If I had that, boy, I'd get some eyebrow pencil and fill it in a little bit.
Accentuate it a little bit.
She's too nice for her own good. Oh, no.
That might not be great for this type of a game, but...
Yeah. Well, I think that's what other people say about her. She's too nice for her own good. I hope she can get into an alliance that can protect her then if she's too nice. She hasn't been physically active in 3 years.
Uh-oh.
Some of these challenges are very, very physical on the Canadian version of Big Brother, and girl, you're going to be the first one out.
I hope she's going to be okay.
Yeah. This is really cool. Well, first of all, she wants to be a hero, but she lives at home with her big, fat Indian family. I was going to say Italian, but I clearly wrote Indian. It is. It's her Indian family. She's honored to represent the Punjabi women.
Love it.
Of her culture. Mm-hmm. And I'm very excited to learn about her culture.
Yes.
That's the great thing about Canada, though. Not only do we learn about Canada, but their show has a lot of teachable moments about different cultures, and I'm here for it.
They work it into their show. They set time aside for more of, like, the human element of it and, like, learning about people's lives outside of the game. So I do really enjoy that they do that.
Yeah, and I really don't know a lot about her culture, so I'd really love to hear about it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. It's a win-win. All right, so up next we have Airman.
All right. He is 29 years old, and he's from, is it
Nanaimo?
Nanaimo?
Right.
British Columbia.
And he's a Taurus. He's like the Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And he's a Taurus.
Yes.
All right, so he's single. He is here for showmance.
I mean, it seems like he's definitely on board for that. I have to say, there are a lot of people in relationships on this season, which is refreshing.
Yeah.
We don't need to see a bunch of showmances running this game. Yeah.
All right, so he's an auto sales general manager. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Used car salesman, manager.
Are they used, though, or are they new?
I would say that pretty much every dealership has new and used.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a red flag for me.
He was very high energy in his video, like when he was like, I'm a car salesman, blah, you know.
Follow me!
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to make the house guests fall in love with him. He has a magnetic personality.
I mean, you have to when you're
a salesperson
working in sales.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's relatable. He's funny. He's charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of a kind. I feel like he's the typical car salesman that will lie to you and tell, oh, I have a sister named whatever too. And
I don't know. I kind of get a little bit like of a Rohan vibe from him, and I ended up loving Rohan.
Yeah.
Once the season started. So
true.
Could be great. We'll see.
His most prized possession, and I hope he brings them, are his crazy suits.
That just makes me think of those suits that they have at Kohl's, like, around the holidays.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Okay, I'm on board for that. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like entitled, rude people, abrasive people. I mean, what are you supposed to say? What type of people you don't like? A lot of people either said they don't like people who chew with their mouths open.
There were a few answers like that,
or like rude people. I mean, what would you say if they asked you what kind of person don't you like?
I guess, like, yeah, rude people, people that don't listen to other people's opinions, people that are, like, super set in their ways, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, he hates scary movies. I'm sure you can identify
with that. Yes, I agree.
He's a scad. This is impressive. He owned two houses by the time that he was 27. He accumulated 2 homes.
That's amazing.
I wonder if he rents one out or whether he has like a summer home or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty cool. Also, the fact that he bought his mom a brand new car to like... That's
amazing.
Kind of like treat her because she was a single mom. Mm-hmm. And he came from humble beginnings. And, you know, he wanted to show her how much he appreciated her.
You love to see that.
You do love to see that. You know, the way a guy treats his mom is the way that you can expect to be treated. Yeah. You know, if you were to marry or get into a relationship. So it's always good to see a guy treat his mom well. Mm-hmm. He also is a cat person.
There were a lot of cat people in this cast. We noticed that.
We noticed, a lot of... Last year was a lot of French bulldogs.
Yeah, everybody had specifically, like, French bulldogs.
Yeah. This year, it seems like everybody's got a cat. The one dog person that we noticed had a French bulldog. Is that, like, a popular breed up in Canada?
I mean, it must be, right?
I guess. I mean, I feel like it's a very, it's a status symbol almost.
I don't know. I guess.
Because I do see, like, a lot of basic French bulldogs. I don't know. They are cute as hell, though.
Could you call them basic? All right. Next up, we've got Jacy Lynn. She is 24 years old, so she's one of the younger ones, and she's from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Right. She is a Libra. So, she's an undercover compiste. She seems like a lot.
Yeah, I would say, okay, so she was like the fourth person that we saw in this group, and I was like, oh wow, she's got like a lot of personality.
Yeah, she was the most, like, energetic. Well, I mean...
Up to that point.
Airman was pretty high energy, too.
But there was, like, something there, I feel
There's a real spark.
Yeah. She's a social media manager, and she's talking about how it's going to be hard for her to keep emotions out of the game.
Sounds like a hothead.
She also said she's boy crazy, so...
She's open to a showmance. She's a super fan, so she knows how the game works.
I'm getting some flashbacks to Beth here. I'm getting some Beth vibes from her. But I do feel like she's going to be entertaining.
I feel like she'll be entertaining, but I feel like she's going to be getting into some fights.
I could see some drama here with Jacy Lynn.
Well, she said she wants to bring the drama-tainment. Is that what you want? Good TV?
Yeah. Absolutely.
She's a hero, though. She's not a villain.
Only a few people said that they were going to be a villain. Only, like, 2 or maybe 3 people.
I mean, how many villains can you have, you know? Before it gets a little too much.
I don't know.
So I'm glad they only cast, like, a few villains. But her most prized possession is her weighted blanket. And I'm sure she's going to have to throw that on to calm down sometimes.
Well, I don't think you can bring something like that in.
Oh, no? Maybe she'll just get some people to sit on her.
What do you think this is, early Survivor, when you bring, like, a personal item?
Maybe they'll provide some.
I don't know.
She's got a short temper and very little patience.
As we were going through her bio, I was like, ugh, because she kept saying things where I was like, uh-oh, that's not going to be good.
Is it politically correct to say that she's an attention whore?
I mean...
Or is that like...
She said that she loves the attention. She is a former competitive figure skater.
Yes. She was pretty good, too.
Yeah.
She
still got some skills, it looked like.
There.
So she's very competitive. She's got some athletic ability.
Well, she's also got a plan. She wants to have a Final Four alliance, right away. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't.
She's also planning on linking up with a guy and getting him to win competitions early on to keep her safe.
Yeah. A couple of people...
I mean, we've seen that strategy work time and time again, especially in the Canadian seasons, so...
A couple of people were like, yeah, I'll get into... And by people, I mean girls, unfortunately. We're like, I'll use a guy for a showmance, and then if it works out, great, and if not, I'll just cut him. It's funny, though, because a girl can get away with saying that, but if a guy was like, yeah, I'm going to use this girl, and then I'm just going to throw her away, people would be getting the pitchforks.
I don't know about that. I mean, we've seen it happen. We've seen guys say that, too. No, we've seen it happen,
but we have seen them say that before. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to use a girl.
Yeah. Don't ask me for names, because I can't remember people off the top of my head right now, but I definitely remember that being a thing.
Oh.
Not, like, specifically, like, I'm going to cut this girl, but, like, if it came down to it, they would cut their number one ally, even if it was a showmance, to win.
All right, next up, we have what I referred to as fun! Exclamation point. And that is Jay.
Jay. They are 28, and they are single from Toronto, Ontario.
And a Virgo.
Yes. A single Virgo.
Wow.
But they do not want a no-mance. They don't want a showmance.
They want a flirt-mance or maybe a make-out-mance. Mm-hmm. They really want to be the life of the house.
Yeah. And I could see it happening because they have a great personality, it seems like.
They're charming. They're quirky. Mm-hmm.
They're a theater director.
Yes. You gotta love that.
Yes.
You gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Theater. They have a cat, and it's their prized possession. Its name is Calvin.
I love that.
With a K.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's a Kardashian cat?
No.
No. All right. Well, they are also afraid of hippos. How often do you encounter a hippo that you would be afraid of it?
Some interesting answers. Afraid of hippos. Their pet peeve is dirty drains. Keep those drains clean.
Yeah.
When Jay's around.
Jay was also an amazing pole dancer. He left it all on the dance pole.
Yeah. That takes a lot of skill.
Yeah. They can't stand fakes. Me neither.
I think they're going to come across a few fakes in this house, I'm sure.
I think it's great that they're going to be a role model for young queer BIPOC artists in theater. Mm-hmm. Like we always say, representation is everything, and they are repping Black, Indigenous, trans, queer, non-binary. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be great to have Jay on the show.
Jay and their perspective.
Yes.
On everything.
Yeah.
And I think they can be a strong competitor too.
Yeah. And I think everybody can learn so much from just being in somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like on this show, I learn about so many more people's perspective that I'm not exposed to in my life. Mm-hmm. And
I also think Jay is just going to be a lot of fun to watch on the feeds.
I think he is going to be a lot of fun. He's very energetic. They are very energetic.
We're still working on it.
We're still working on it.
Got to get used to everybody's pronouns.
Yeah. They are going to be the mastermind of the house.
You think?
Maybe. Maybe.
We'll see.
It seems like there's a lot of very big personalities
There are also a lot of artists and artistic people this season, which I think is going to be interesting.
Also very big personality-wise, this house. So there is going to be a lot of conflict, I feel like.
Well, we've got another artist right here, Jessica.
Yes, Jessica from Cranbrook, British Columbia. Mm-hmm. She's non-binary and bi. Yeah. I didn't realize that could be like a combination. And already I'm learning more about like...
Well, non-binary is like...
how you view...
your gender.
Right.
And then bisexual is
your orientation.
Yeah.
Right. So they is a visual artist and amazing art. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is very talented. The stuff that she was showing in her video package, I was like, beautiful. Damn, Jessica. Okay.
Beautiful. Single line drawings.
Yeah, she even makes like tarot cards, which is very cool.
She even reads her tarot cards every day. I wonder if they will give her a pen and she will make some tarot cards.
Well, you're not allowed to have a pen.
Yeah.
But
she'll make them with nail polish.
Yeah. So she is a super fan.
And a Taurus. Mm-hmm. She's also got cats. Well, at least one named Crumb. Mm-hmm. What a great name for a cat. Yeah. Her most prized possession is a drafting table. Probably that's where she makes all of her beautiful, beautiful art.
Yeah. She was talking about how she's a loudmouth. She's got a big heart, clever mind, steady hand. Mm-hmm. So I see her being another really big personality in the house. It's going to be interesting to see how she interacts with all the other big personalities.
I'm interested to see what the alliances are going to be. Do you think there will be some sort of a queer alliance?
It could happen.
Or do you think, I don't know, do you think there's going to be another cookout? Probably not, because I feel like it's already been done. Mm-hmm. So, and they wouldn't do it so soon again. Yeah. But I feel like Canada is so diverse that it's not like an issue up in Canada as much as it would be like in the United States. You know what I mean?
See, I don't really know the dynamics as much in like Canadian society, so I don't know. But we have seen more representation in the Canadian casts for like longer than we have in the US. So I feel like I don't know that I would see a cookout type alliance forming this season. But that is an interesting thought.
I find it interesting too that she is bi. And she is both hero and villain. That's pretty cool.
Well, she was talking about how she's going to be as flexible and as fluid in this game as possible, which I think is very smart because you got to be ready to pivot at any moment in this game. And she says she's a super fan, so she knows this game. She knows what needs to be done. I could see her making it pretty far into the game.
She also said that she doesn't just dream of things, she does them. And I love that philosophy.
Don't dream it, be it.
That's right, Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she will backstab, so get ready. Don't turn your back. All right, so we have Josh up next. Very, very likable.
Absolutely.
You seem like a very warm, open person.
Mm-hmm. He's 28 years old. He's from Vancouver, British Columbia, and he is a pediatric resident.
He is the first doctor on Big Brother Canada.
We've got a doctor in the house.
Excuse me, is there a doctor in the house? Well,
honestly,
yes, it's Josh.
Being a house guest with Josh, I would feel so comfortable knowing that there's a doctor.
Yes.
At all times.
At any moment. He's in a relationship, so he's not looking for a showmance, but he is looking for maybe a best friend mance.
Or like a sister type
mance
situation. Yeah. Going back to the doctor thing, he is the first in his family to graduate from med school, but he also shared that his mom is in her first year of med school, which is so amazing. Cool. Yeah.
But even cooler, next level, when she graduates, they're going to go and help out people from where he's from.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
So he's bold. He's daring. He's charming. He's Prince Charming.
He does seem very, very charming and likable.
His strategy is to maybe align with an old. Because nobody would suspect it or something, but it's been done before.
I mean, it's a good idea because usually the older house guests are kind of on their own. So if you can scoop them up and get something going, I feel like they would be very loyal.
Did you say that he has 11 sibs?
No, I did not mention that yet. That's wild.
So he's used to living with a big group of people.
Yes.
And speaking of signs, he is a Sun Virgo, Moon Scorpio, Rising Libra. Could you get any more specific?
I guess he's into
charting.
Astrology.
Yeah. All right. So he is also repping queer, Black, Indigenous kids who didn't grow up with very much.
Yeah, there's multiple house guests in this cast that have Indigenous backgrounds.
Yeah, Indigenous, come from humble backgrounds. Queer, which is great. Love the representation. He doesn't like people who interrupt. And I also feel like there's a lot of people who specifically said that they are good listeners in this cast and who don't like when people interrupt.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
He seems very spontaneous. He was talking about how he asked a boyfriend to move in. I don't know if it's his current boyfriend or a different one.
I don't know.
He asked his boyfriend to move in, like, the day that they met.
Right. He also is a cat person. His most prized possession is his cat, Max.
Cute.
Love it. He was cast in a TV show when he was a baby because they thought he was a little girl.
Aw.
He eats a ton of carbs, and I'm glad he said that because carbs are not bad.
Can relate.
Yes. And he is the first in his family to graduate from med school, and we already said that, didn't we?
Yes, but he also mentioned that he can be extremely petty, which...
we're there for that.
It's always interesting in a game like this to see the pettiness come out.
You gotta love petty.
Yeah.
You gotta love shredding the letters from home. We'll see if he has a moment.
We'll see.
All right, up next, our first full-fledged villain. That
self-proclaimed
is Kevin.
villain. Oh my goodness.
Kevin from Toronto, Ontario. He's a sales engineer. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know either.
It sounds evil, though.
I don't know. But he's an Aquarius.
This is the dawning of the age of Kevin. He's a villain.
We'll see.
He's also a super fan.
When people say that they're going to be, like, this big of a villain, I feel like they burn out really quickly and they can't, like, sustain it if that's not how you are in real life. You know what I mean?
But that's exactly what Paul said on his first season. And he was able to reel it in and turn it around from week 1. Because he was on the block in week 1. They were like, we can't stand you.
Yeah.
And then he survived and he changed.
I'm also thinking that I mentioned earlier Rohan. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember he was talking about how he was going to be a villain and all that. And then he ended up being, like, not a villain. Yeah. So, I feel like if that's not how you are in real life, it's really hard to keep that up for an extended period of time. But
well, he's in a relationship. He is madly in love.
And he's going to be pretending that he's married. Because he wants to try and relate to any house guests that are a little bit older. Maybe they're married. Maybe they have kids. So he will be wearing...
So he's a big fat liar already.
Yeah.
He will lie, cheat, steal, be a snake, and enjoy it.
Yeah, he says he's a super fan, so...
Well, he didn't say he was going to kill, so...
I hope not.
He's a serious villain. We'll be the judge of that. He hates people who feel sorry for themselves. I have to say, I agree. I don't like when people feel sorry for themselves. Mm-hmm. His most prized possession, forget it. He's above material things. He's not going to tell you.
Oh, boy.
But he does like watching reality TV. I can relate. Am I a villain? Maybe. He has his master's degree, and his parents are from South Africa. Interesting.
Okay.
He doesn't have an accent, though.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like.
When it got to the question in the rapid fire section about, like, showmance or no mance, he was like, I'm an adult, and I'm taken.
All right, so this is really, really creepy. He's been biohacking, prepping for the show.
Oh my god, creepy.
I mean, do you really need to jump into snow? Do you need
He's doing all sorts of interesting prep. To get ready.
Specific exercises. He's been doing puzzles. That's okay. But, like, the whole, like, snow thing.
You know, though, I have to say, like, we've seen challenges where they had to, like, stand on a block of ice with no shoes or anything on.
I don't see them doing that again. I feel like
that wasn't that long ago.
I
want to say that was maybe season 5.
No, I thought that was like season 2.
I thought that was like season 5 or something.
I feel
maybe
like
not.
That's
I don't know.
Quasi.
That's like torture.
Illegal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's rough.
I don't know if that would fly nowadays. You know. Although I do have to say the challenges on Big Brother Canada are way more intense than the ones in BBUS.
For the most part, I would agree.
Way more intense.
Yeah.
BBUS has, over the years, really wussied out on, like, the challenges. You know, they used to have them standing out there all night long in the pouring cold water.
Yeah, but is that also just because the house guests are like, I'm not doing this?
That could be.
That could be part of it. They just don't want it as badly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe the wall is, like, tilting more, so you can't hold on for as long. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these different factors.
Do you think they were like, we're not paying production this long. You make it a little bit harder, because we want this competition to be about 3 hours max.
I don't know. Maybe.
We can't pay the overtime. It's too much. We won't.
But I have to say about Kevin, he kept going on about how charming he is. But I just feel like he's not going to be as charming with everyone as he's anticipating. And I feel like he could end up being an early target.
I think they're going to be able to read him right away.
I just think he's going to... I think he's going to play too hard too fast. And it's going to put a big target on him.
He's like a snake in a vest. Right?
I guess.
Yeah. All right, then we have the one and only, none other than... Kyle Moore. Do you remember him from last season?
It's the other Kyle Moore. Okay, so last season, something wild happened. Mm-hmm. So we all remember that somebody was removed from the cast before the show even started. We won't get into that. But he was removed from the cast, and they brought on this Kyle Moore, this hockey player. And Big Brother Twitter did its thing and was, like, researching to find out who this guy was. And they found... different Kyle Moore, and they were just, like, flooding his social media, tagging him and everything, and he was just like, whoa, what's going on here? I don't think he knew Big Brother really before that.
Right.
But everybody ended up really liking him. He seems like a really cool guy, and he was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to try out for the show then, because this is a really fun community. I'm into this. So he was actually cast, which is really exciting.
He's Canada's most wanted house guest ever.
Yeah.
Because
he was basically cast by the fans.
Yes.
Which is I
love that, because it's almost like we had a fan vote.
Yeah.
And he was voted on.
I really appreciate that
the show would do that?
The show would do that for everybody. I think that's really cool.
Well, he is from Halifax, Nova Scotia. He's a podcaster. He's got a really cool podcast about mental health called Life's a Wreck.
Yeah.
And
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. He's single. He does not want a showmance.
He said that, but he was also like, I don't know.
Yeah, because
there were a couple people who said that.
The interviewer was like, well,
I've been doing this a long time, and
when people say that, that's famous last words.
I could see him getting into
like,
showmance.
Okay.
Yeah, he's another Virgo. We got another Virgo in the group.
Virgo in the house. I hope Virgos go with Virgos. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
He is the chess, not checkers mentality here. He wants to win the first HOH.
He's going in with a plan. He wants that first HOH because a lot of times that person gets really set up. They get involved in a lot of alliances.
They get to know everybody right away because they get to talk to everybody.
Yeah, so he is going to be trying to go for that first HOH.
His pet peeve is people who chew with their mouths open. He's got that thing where he doesn't like that noise.
Yeah, that's like a thing.
It is a real thing. Mm-hmm. He's a really good listener. And with his podcast and everything, he's comforting to be around. He's a good interviewer.
That. Yeah.
I don't know what bouldering is. He said that was his hobby. Does that mean...
I don't know what that is either.
Is that thing where you go, like, along the road and you, like, throw boulders?
I don't know.
I think that was something that I had seen in, like, Ireland. Ireland. They throw boulders.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or is it just, like, he likes to rock climb? I think they would have said rock climbing if it was rock climbing. I'm going to have to look that up.
But he says he's been preparing for this show for a whole year now because he was determined to get cast. Mm-hmm. Here he is, and he's been working out and getting ready. So
that seems a little bit different than Kevin.
The biohacking. This, he had like this dream in mind that he was going to be on the show, and he made it happen, and he's been watching the show because he was alerted to it, and it just seems like a little bit more preparative than Kevin. Like, Kevin's doing it in a mean way. Kevin was sales engineering himself to get ready.
Kyle is doing it in, like, a responsible, nicer way.
I guess.
I feel like this guy is so Canada's brand with the flannel shirt, and if he doesn't get a modeling contract or something after the show is over, they're not doing their job because, like, he seems like Canada's boy next door type situation.
He does seem like a sweetheart. I'm a little bit worried that I'll feel so bad if the fans don't end up liking him when he's actually in there. Like, they got him all hyped
really,
up for this.
Really likable from his videos.
He does seem likable, but that doesn't always make for the most exciting Big Brother players. You know what I mean?
But it might, if he does get into, like, a romantic showmance, people will be living for it. This will be like As the Stomach Turns, like the Big Brother Canada soap opera.
I don't know. But I'm excited that he's getting a chance to play. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. So he's going to be trustworthy and open, and he doesn't like blowhards, like the loud, and there's quite a few loud ones.
Plenty of that. Yeah.
All right. Next up is Martin, Aka Marty.
All right.
He's from Petit Rocher, New Brunswick.
He's one of the older house guests. He's married. He's got children.
He's also French speaking.
Yes, English is his second language. Right.
So he has kind of an interesting story. Mm-hmm. First of all, he's a Capricorn, so I can relate. He seems very like organized, and he had a job.
Okay.
He had an accident. Mm-hmm. He had PTSD from the accident. And he decided that he was going to go back to school to grade 10 and go back and finish and get his bachelor's degree. That's incredible.
Now, he's a fraud investigator. Sounds perfect.
For this show.
For a show like this, right? Yeah. So hopefully he'll be able to tell when people are not being honest with him. Mm-hmm.
He thinks Canada's really going to like him. He's like a nice guy. He's got that sexy French accent.
He seems like a cool guy. I always worry when you're one of the older house guests in the group that it's going to be hard to relate to these younger ones.
Because he's a dad.
Yeah, he's just at a different place in his life. Coach. But I hope that he's going to be able to bridge that gap.
Yeah, he wrote 3 books.
Yeah, that's impressive. Pretty impressive. Very impressive.
His most prized possession. This almost made me want to cry.
This was very sweet.
A little balloon when he was 11 years old from when his grandma passed away.
Aww.
That is so freaking sweet.
It really is.
He's goofy and dorky. He told a dad joke that was really bad.
I didn't understand it. She had to explain it to me. I was like, what?
It's a dad joke.
Yeah.
He's the first Acadian on the show.
Very cool.
So the Acadians came from France and they emigrated from Canada. Well, they emigrated to Canada first. And then a group of them moved down to New Orleans and became the Cajuns.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I will say, like, I'm already learning new stuff because I didn't know what the Acadians, like, who they were. So then I looked that up and now I already learned something new.
Wow.
Right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So he's really good at reading people because...
He's a fraud investigator.
Yes.
But he also says he's a super fan. He will stab people in the back when necessary. He's pretty confident that he's going to do well in competitions, too.
He said he was going to try and win every comp. Uh-oh. Are you sure you're a super fan? Because that's like a big red flag. That's a big no-no. You don't want to go in there guns ablaze and straight to hell. No.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, he is a hero, so we'll see. All right, next up is Molina.
I am excited about Molina.
I'm excited too. But...
I love that we have so many artistic people on this season. She's another artist. She's from Toronto, and she's 29 years old.
I wrote at the top, firework?
Yeah.
I feel like she's going to go out in a blaze of glory. Because she's going to play too hard.
There's some potential there. I don't know.
She's from Toronto, Ontario. A lot of the house guests are from Toronto.
Yeah, there is a big group from Toronto.
They must have done a really big casting in Toronto.
I mean, it is also one of the major cities, you know?
But I mean, Canada is a big country.
Yeah, but population-wise, it's not as big.
All right, well, she's in a relationship. She's not interested in a showmance. I feel like even if she wasn't in a relationship, she wouldn't be interested in a showmance.
She seems very focused. Right. She says that she's going to be the girl to make this a woman's game. That is a line. I love that.
That's very bold, and I
really love that.
She's spontaneous. She is a comp beast, but she's also a smart player. Her hobby is dancing. I wonder what type of dancing.
I don't know.
Like in the club, or like ballroom, or
I don't know.
Hip hop, or...
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. That would be fun.
She seems very confident. She said she is her most prized possession. And
that seems a little bit overconfident.
I think that's great. I think it's great.
Well, she was adopted by her grandparents. And she's got a little sister that's looking up to her.
Yeah, she was talking about how if she wins this whole thing, she wants to use the money
to adopt a little girl. And
that's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't know if it's going to happen, though, because she is a villain.
She's saying that she's a villain. I don't know.
And she is annoyed by a lot. But she's also a strong, independent woman who knows the game. So I feel like there's going to be this inner struggle here of her...
having to put up with other people's BS.
Yes. But still being a comp beast and still being strong within the game.
Yeah.
So I feel like if she can reel in her annoyance of other people, that she could probably really go far just by like brute force alone.
I think she's going to be really interesting to watch. That's for sure.
Or she could just be so polarizing she'll be the first one out.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so interesting name, Moose, up next.
Oh my gosh, someone named Moose in Big Brother Canada? What? I miss Marsha.
Yeah.
All right. Moose seems cool.
Also from Toronto.
From Toronto. He's 24 years old, a content creator.
Not on YouTube.
No, he says he works for like a big sports network.
Right.
He's really into sports. He's single. He says no showmance, but...
Wait a minute. I want a showmance.
A lot of these people said, no, I don't want to showmance. But then they're like, but if it happens, sure.
Wait.
Yeah.
So he's a Pisces. Yeah. Oh,
he seems...
Gemini's the one who's the two-faced. I got that mixed up. Pisces is water sign.
The fish.
So, yeah, the fish.
He has a very positive attitude, and he has some really great energy.
Yeah. He's likable. He wants to be a gutsy player. How many times do you see people who are like, I don't want to make any big moves. I don't want to put this person up. I don't want to cause waves. I want to see more people like him with his attitude that aren't afraid to put the big threats up. He wants to also go in and immediately grab one or two other people and make a final alliance.
Yeah.
And he's going to go by his instincts. He wants people to think and remember him for being that gutsy player who trusted his instincts.
Well, let's see it. Let's see some big moves.
And that he was loyal to his alliance. He didn't turn around and backstab them until the end, of course, because then you have to.
All right. Well, we also found out that he's a DJ Moose.
And his most prized possession is his DJ controller.
Okay. Yeah.
And
he seems like he's going to get along really well with people.
Yeah, but it seems like he also doesn't have a tolerance for people who are scared. So, like, if somebody's afraid to make that big move, that's going to piss him off.
I feel like the social game is going to be strong for him.
I think so, too. We were saying, both of us, that he reminds us of Victor from BBUS.
Victor Arroyo.
Yeah. He's a Victor type.
Fun vibe. He's probably going to be good in physical competitions.
His parents are actually from Libya. He's going to clash with someone who tries to be a bigger personality, though. And the chances of that this season are great.
I guess he likes to be the center of attention.
Yeah, I would say half the house this season wants to be the center of attention. So this is going to be very interesting to have
struggle.
So many. Yeah, it's going to be a constant power struggle. So we have Stephanie next.
Another self-proclaimed villain.
26 years.
I was not expecting her to say she was a villain.
No, 26 years old. Another Virgo from Toronto. Wow.
So many Virgos and so many people from Toronto. What?
She's a child and youth worker. So is she like a social worker, maybe?
I was also getting the Spicy V vibes from her.
She's single, but she is ready to mingle.
She wants a showmance.
She's one of the ones who would use a showmance, but if she doesn't want to throw them away, she'll keep them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, she was saying she's really good with people. She's hoping to get close to people, but then she's not afraid to use their secrets against them.
Uh-oh. That's not going to fly.
I hope it's not like personal secrets. That would be sad.
She has an over-the-top personality, and that's going to... she thinks her social game is going to be so on point. She's going to work the social angle so bad. She wants to provide entertainment. Is it good TV that you want?
Yeah.
Well, she's ready to give it.
That's what we're here for.
And she's got 1 million friggin' bikinis to do it in.
Yeah.
So she hates slow drivers. Well, I guess she would hate me.
She won't have to worry about that in the house.
Yeah. Her prized possession is her phone. Uh-oh. Her hobby is shopping. She seems really, really basic. Like, if she was a guy, she would be like that douchey guy that, you know what I mean?
I guess. She said that she loves to party. She's all rosé, let's dance,
all day.
let's have a good time.
She gets a lot of DMs because she's really full of herself.
Okay, no, but like when they started like putting up all the DMs on the screen, I had to pause and read some of them because the word fart caught my eye. Because like what? So the DM said, "Did you fart? Because you're blowing me away." I need to know if those are real DMs or if that's just something that production put together for this package.
I don't
because
know.
that was wild.
I'm not doubting that she gets all these DMs.
No, I'm sure she does because Instagram's a crazy place.
Yeah. She's going to clash with chill people. I was expecting her to say that she was going to clash with big personalities.
Yeah.
If you're not high energy enough, forget it. She's going to throw you away.
Leave the chill people alone.
I know, right? This girl's going to be a lot. She's also going to be one of those ones that are just going to burn out before her time if she doesn't rein it in.
I could see her getting on people's nerves.
But then again, there are so many big personalities. Mm-hmm. How are you going to pick the one? There's usually only one that's like ridiculous.
Well, they take turns.
Oh boy. Will all of the really crazy people, you know, the big energy people get together and make an alliance?
No.
Never happen, right?
It would blow up.
Yeah.
If they do, it's going to blow up.
It's too much.
You can't have that many big personalities working together.
No. Well, this guy seems pretty chill. Steven, a.k.a. Gino, because his last name is Giannopoulos.
Oh!
He's the Dimitris of the season.
We got a Greek.
Yeah. He's from Laval, Quebec.
Mm-hmm.
Quebec. He's single. Maybe showmance?
I could definitely see him getting in a showmance.
He is a buff firefighter.
Maybe I could see him being with Stephanie. I don't know. We'll see.
Could be. He's a Cancer. That's his sign.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hero. He said, I was chosen to charm the ladies. So we got another Greek god in here. Just like Dimitri's.
Yeah, he wants to lay low, which might be a little bit hard with his appearance because he is a muscular guy.
Yeah.
And then he wants to unleash the beast.
Whoa.
I think he might have to do that a little bit sooner than he was planning because
yeah, there's a lot of beasts.
Usually when you're really muscular, you're automatically going to have a target on your back.
Mm-hmm. He hates negative people. Yeah. He's a good listener. Another one who says they're a good listener.
Mm-hmm.
His prized possession is his big fat Greek family.
Oh, he loves his family.
You know what? The Greeks really do have the best food and
I mean, everybody's got their
but
food, right?
When you think of diners, what do you think of? They're mostly Greek owned because the food is so good and they give you so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to walk away, satisfied so that you come back. So he won't stop until he gets what he wants. Uh-oh. He gets along with people who have good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say half the house it's going to be like...
I think he'll find a crew in there.
Yeah. But he almost seems like he would lean towards, like, the blowhards almost.
You think there's going to be, like, a bros alliance?
Yeah.
I hope not.
The brohards.
We do not need another bros alliance.
He's fearless, but he's afraid of ghosts in the dark.
Aww.
And you know how dark it is in these, when they first get in the house and they're all like, they show the...
Especially if you're sneaking around looking for cake at midnight.
Yeah. So, I was taken aback by the amount of ink that this guy's got.
Yeah.
That must have cost a fortune.
Whenever I see people really tatted up, I'm just like, dang. That's so expensive.
My tiny tattoos were so expensive. I can't imagine how expensive these big, full back pieces are and stuff. It had to be thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to be abrasive? Probably.
I don't know. I don't get, like, the douche vibe from him. I don't know.
I almost feel like it's almost a little bit put on. Like, he wants to bro down, but that's not really him. Maybe?
Yeah, I just don't get that vibe. I mean, we could be wrong. We could be wrong about everybody here, but I just don't get that vibe from him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He seems nice. I don't know.
I hope he cooks some delicious Greek food. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
All right, we have Summer.
Ooh, Summer.
From St. Catherine's.
Yes, she is 25 years delicious. I love that.
Boop, boop. She's single, but she's not interested in a showmance because I just forgot how to speak there for a second.
You went a little Holly Hunter there.
Yeah, she's fun employed. This girl is 100% fun.
She's 100% personality.
Yeah, I'm getting Spicy V vibes again from this girl. We just love
Spicy V.
Yeah. There's so many big personalities this season. It's crazy.
Did you say she's also a Virgo?
Yes.
Another Virgo.
Another Virgo. Will she be wearing Giovanni?
I don't know.
All right. Well, she's strong and she wants to make strategic relationships in the house. But she's going to put God first. But this is a game show.
Yeah, but whatevs. She said that she is the bomb.com.org.net.
Excuse me. Do you mean bomb.ca? .org.net?
I think that's fun. I love saying thebomb.com because
it rhymes.
Just such an old phrase, and it's still fun though. But like to add on .org.net, that's awesome.
She really should have updated it. Bomb.ca.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, she gets hangry. That could be her downfall.
When that slap comes around.
Remember that one season where they didn't give them like any food for like the first 12 hours or whatever?
Oh, like they didn't have any of their stuff either.
Yeah, they had to go in like the
lockers and
yeah,
that's wild. Well, hopefully they're not in that kind of situation.
Does not hold back, and I'm telling you, they would never do that in BBUS. Never. She wants to win. Period.
She seems very competitive.
Her pet peeve is people who stink and talk nonsense.
When she says that, what does she mean? Like they smell, or
they're just
like, you stink, like you're awful.
I'm not sure, but I'd love to find out.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any fears because she believes in God. Her pet peeve, her most prized possession is her time. Time is money.
That's a good answer.
Time is money. She's goofy, she's fun-loving, caring, driven, spiritual, but she's not afraid to twerk it out.
Yeah. She mentioned in her bio that she went all the way to Ghana for a music video. But I don't understand. Like,
sounds a little sus.
Is she a singer? Is she a dancer? Is she a model? Like, I don't know.
Maybe all of the above.
Maybe. I don't know what her connection was to the music video, but I'm curious.
Yeah. But you know what we like? She's petty as hell.
Ah!
She used to work with somebody who loved Big Brother, and she didn't like them. So what did she do? She tried out for their favorite show and got on it. So now they're forced to watch her.
That is actually hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That's amazing.
Then her mom joined her in her interview. Her mom's her ride or die.
Her mom seems awesome.
Her mom is Canadian-Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
So you meaning to tell me if Summer hooks up with Gino, we could have Dimitri's Aka 2.0. That would be good TV.
Yeah.
She's not going in with any strategy.
Yeah.
But she does love Arissa, and she would love a fromance.
Love that.
You gotta love a girl with natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's beautiful, and I think I would love to see it more.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Summer's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I think so.
I think she's going to stir it up on the live feeds, for sure.
Well, last but not least,
okay,
we have Tanisha. She is from Montreal, Quebec, and she's
32 years old.
She's another one. She's not the oldest, but she's older. She's a Scorpio. She's also a single mom.
Yeah. I think she might be the only mom on the cast.
Could be.
I know there's a dad, but is she the only mom?
She might be, yeah.
That we know of.
That we know of. She's a model. She's got that je ne sais quoi energy. I'm getting
she seems
Lorelai,
Gilmore
vibes.
Yeah. She seems really grounded. She seems like a cool mom.
Yeah, her daughter's such a little cutie.
Yeah.
She is like 7 years old.
She's got that life experience of being a mom, and I think that's comforting to a lot of the house guests, especially when they're, on the younger side.
She said having her daughter was life-changing, and believe me, it is. She's booed up, so there's no romance, no showmance. She's gonna come in the house like this sweet, innocent, single mom girl from Montreal.
Right.
Ditzy and clumsy. She's gonna hang back. She's gonna listen to people. She's gonna observe what's going on. And then she's gonna be the badass.
I'm here for it. I'd love to see it.
She also is not afraid of making those big moves. A lot of people say that, and then when they get put in the situation, they're like,
yeah,
I don't want to make waves. But I feel like she's been through a lot. I think she would make the moves.
I do want to see people make big moves this season. I hope they don't hold back.
And she's playing for her daughter.
Yeah.
So there's nothing more fierce than a mama.
Yeah.
A mama bear. She doesn't like people chewing. Another one. Yeah. Her dad helps her out. That's really cool. I love that whole it takes a village, family to raise family. I love that.
Yeah.
And I think we need more of that in our society.
She was also talking about how she actually lived in France for a little while, so she does...
Do you think there will be a French connection? Do you think there will be a French alliance?
She speaks some French, so maybe we'll see that. I don't know.
Will she be talking to Marty secretly in French?
I don't know.
Interesting. I would love...
Like William and Dre?
Yeah.
I used to love that. I remember we had to, like, find out what they were saying. Like, we had to rely on people that could speak French to translate on Twitter.
Right. I'm dying to see what the alliances are going to be.
Yeah.
And who is going to clash. I guess we only have less than a week to
yeah, I mean, it starts next Wednesday, so very exciting. But I want to know, I'm going to put you on the spot.
For?
I feel like I'm most excited to see, like, the artsy types and see what they do. Yeah. Because I like how they think outside of the box. They usually have something interesting to say. Yes. I'm also excited to see how Kyle Moore 2.0 does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here for the Queer Alliance. Mm-hmm. I'm here for the villain, Kevin. I know Kevin's not going to last long unless he changes his attitude. So I want
around very long.
I want to enjoy the ride while he's there because I know he's going to burn out. Mm-hmm. Moose is probably going to be a lot of fun.
I feel like there's a lot of great personalities this season. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Let us know who you're who are you most excited for.
Let us know.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, who are you most excited for?
I
don't know. If you had to pick one, who would you be most excited for?
I will say... I'm going to say Josh.
Yeah, Josh seems like he's going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. He's like the sense and sensibility of the house. He's not too much on this side. He's not too much on this side. He's pretty... he's a regular guy. And I
want to see what he brings to the
I don't
table.
think he's going to be a jerk, which is nice because I don't like jerks. And if you had to pick one person to win,
okay,
who would you pick as the winner?
It's so hard to say this early on.
Yeah.
I will say I'm going to stick with Josh. I think he's got a good chance to make it far into this game.
I would agree with that. Out of all the people.
I also think that Tanisha could make it really far and possibly even win. I think she's going to get on really well with a lot of the house guests, and I could see her going deep into this game.
Yeah. That's my story as well, and I'm sticking with it.
All right.
Let us know what you guys think. Just leave us a book down in the comments. We read all the comments, but unfortunately, we don't have the time or resources to reply.
Answer. Yeah.
So, because we got a lot going on. We also have a vegan channel. So if you're interested in vegan food and eating healthy and maybe not so healthy sometimes, come over and check out our vegan channel. The link is in the info box below.
I'm also curious to see if anybody is going to recognize Kyle. Like, if anybody is part of Big Brother Twitter, if they
you're
knew
a super fan,
the story,
you know.
Yeah, if they knew the story behind that, it's going to be interesting. So,
yeah. So I think they would know.
We'll see.
Because there was one person that was like, at least one person.
A few people said they were super fans, so.
Yeah, but that like listened to like
podcasts
and stuff. So.
All right.
They would know.
Well, let us know your thoughts on everybody in the comments. Who you're excited about, and we'll see you next week.
Well, maybe for a house reveal.
Yeah,
right?
I believe Arissa is going to be showing off the house on Monday night on ET Canada. So
expect the video shortly thereafter.
All right. So until then, thanks for watching and much love.